Hello folks, and welcome to a rather special Legends scale review. The subject of this video is the Legends of Cybertron version of Optimus Prime. Now, Legends of Cybertron was a small subline that was released as part of the Transformers Cybertron toy line around about 2005. All of the figures were heavily downscaled versions of existing toys from the same line. This one in particular being based on the Leader class Optimus Prime. These figures were also in their own new size class, as they were slightly larger than Minicons, but not quite as large as a Basic or a Scout. And this size class became shortened to just Legends, and carried on into later toy lines up until about the time of the Dark of the Moon movie, where it became Legion class, I believe it was. Now, the name Legends didn't drop entirely out of use, as it was adopted to describe smaller third-party figures such as DX9's War in Pocket line. Now, there are a whole host of third-party Legends companies as of today, as I'm sure you know if you've been around this channel at any length of time. Magic Square, New Age, and Iron Factory are probably the big three. Well, that's probably enough rambling on about the history for now. About time we actually took a look at this guy. He's very basic as far as Transformers figures go. Anything that's not blue or grey here is painted. Quite obvious from the back there. They didn't put much effort into that side of him. You know, you've got the red, the yellow, silver, and a little bit of white there. And a little printed faction symbol on his left shoulder. The articulation is a bit of a joke, really. He's got hinges. Let his shoulders do that. Elbow hinges, and then a really limited set of hip ball joints there. They're not much good for anything, really. I mean, any poses you try to get just look a bit silly. But yeah, here he is with a couple of my other Legend Skill Optimus Primes. Got the Hot Soldiers and the Iron Factory there. Then our Constant, Runabout, and a Lego minifigure. But yeah, to transform him, what you want to do is just push the head down, lift up shoulder pads, bend the elbows backwards, then twist the arms out, close up those pads, and tab the arms together behind him. Tap the legs together, lift them up, and then open out this rear section. And that's it. Pretty much identical to how the larger version transforms, despite how simplified it is. And it doesn't have the extra parts that sort of form like a trailer thing for the larger version. So it's really obvious that he's just a robot sitting down and sort of doing some kind of yoga pose there. Even more so than the larger version. Yeah, there's not much to him really. Here he is with Run Amok, sort of standard card there, and Lego minifigure. Very tiny little truck. But yeah, things have come a long way since the time of Legends of Cybertron. This very first Legends scale Optimus Prime, at least with that particular use of the word, he's, ironically, probably doesn't scale with any of the current stuff. It's sort of, the size class has kind of grown over time, because you now have Legends and even Legends XL. But yeah, he's a neat thing to have, even if he is a bit rubbish by today's standards. It's just a little piece of history, I suppose. But yeah, that's all I have to say about him, really. Be sure to stick around. This week we've got a few more Optimus Prime videos, reviews coming up on the channel, so stay tuned for those. But yeah, thanks for watching, and goodbye.